The medicine woman is returning to our planet in such a big way. First, I'm going to say that my name is MiraMichelle. I'm the founder and director of the Sacred Female Rising Institute and also the Cleanse Sight Project. I'm currently based in Europe. And originally I grew up in England. My mother's English Irish and my father's African American and Native American mix. So I'm a big mix, like we're all a big mix actually. But my mix just really, is shows itself by the externals. And I'm here to bring more and more vibration, here on the planet, of the Great Mother, of the Goddess, in realization and fellow sisters' hearts. That's my commitment and my heart passion. And so every year for the last 8 or 9 years, I have facilitated a medicine woman training. For the last 25 years, I've facilitated circles for women, just like the one we are in now. And I have walked, with the different spiritual names of women, like priestess and perhaps seer, oracle. And one day, an energy opened up and she said, "Hello, I am here. Now you can meet me." I'm like, okay, what's going now? And then she took me down. She took me down, 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 deep in the earth, deep into the primal medicine, right? And she began to tell me her story. And of course, that was quite a mystic journey. It was a revelation to me. And after that journey, it's not like you have a deep, kind of outstanding journey. And then you go, now I know what that was about. No, it takes time to start realizing, first of all, what that was, and to begin to feel the vibration and then say, okay, educate me. Then my heart opened up and my mind started bearing itself, and of course, more and more books to educate myself so I could be in balance with this. Oh yeah. Now, just so you know, I walk a shaman and I walk with these 6 spirit grandmothers that are behind me. And sometimes they will just speak through me, some of their tongue, their languages. So if somehow I just begin to speak different languages, don't worry, that is the grandmothers saying hello to us. And usually they're coming when the resonance gets higher and higher. Okay, we have one sister coming in, a Noel. So my sister Cardum, I love this name. Can you tell me about your name? Because we've asked everyone about their names. Welcome, Noel. What is your name? I love your name. Cardum. What does that mean? It's beautiful.
Well, the closest that I can, when I researched it, cardium means heart, in Latin origin. So I always answer with that. It means heart.
Heart sister. And welcome, Noel. We just began like 5 minutes ago with a short invocation. And welcome to diving into the medicine woman vibration. I was just telling our sisters how when I met her, the medicine woman energy took me deep down into the earth. And I was in Denmark, actually, at one of the oldest megalithic sites in Europe, one of the last remaining megalithic sites that still has the foundation of the temple, which was like 4,000 years old or something. And I went deep in the earth, and there she was, the big earth mama, energy of, okay. So I would like to give us like a very short overview of what we're going to be touching upon. I'm so looking forward to hearing from all of you. And just so you, Cardum and Noel, just so you know, Grail is here and she's with us, she's listening, and she's presently sitting at her table with her mother, and they're making sacred candles. So she's going to say off screen for just for right now. Okay. So we're going to investigate what is the wild wisdom earth magic. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to get all into that wild wisdom earth magic. We're going to investigate the ancient contemporary medicine woman and how and why she's calling all women to rise. Okay. So we're going to investigate those parts. I have it written down because I've changed my information around. So my presentation will be much shorter. So that's why I need to make sure my words are concise, that we get everything in. And then we're going to have a look at the new narrative of the sacred feminine in her role as medicine woman. And that's very important for us now. Because the medicine woman is Mother Earth's original caretaker. And the medicine woman is also Mother Earth's self-protection mechanism. That's the way I see her. And we're gonna dive into why that is. And we're also gonna have a journey into our female lineages today in our next hour after we open circle. Okay, so let's start with what is the wild wisdom earth magic. One way to hear the words of her is to feel ourselves. So I welcome you to close your eyes for a moment as you hear these resonant words. So the wild wisdom. First of all, the mother and the medicine woman would like to tell us that this wild nature basically is not domesticated, right? It is free. It is authentic and in a way untamed. So feel into that. It is going with the impulse. And we can also look from this side, and that is, there is much less shame that is being carried in the vibration. It knows itself. And the wisdom is the pure intelligence. So let this vibration of wild reach out and feel into this pure intelligence that is derived by a wild human or an untamed or undomesticated human into and through their authentic presence. So you feel this vibration of the not domesticated human touching this intelligence all around it through a vehicle that is open to receive. And when it, let us say, mingles and touches, when these informations touch each other, the wisdom is born. And when the wisdom is given forth, it becomes knowledge. For me, this is how information becomes knowledge. That is my experience. Oh, yeah, Nick, yeah. And this earth magic is to feel and witness. Now, if you can imagine, if you stay in this state for a few more moments and you feel and witness and align and obtain a direct experience of nature beyond a conditioned state of consciousness. We have Karina coming on. She's going to just have to catch up with us. Blessings. You see it? The resonance is what brings us into the room. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Okay. So basically what the medicine woman is showing us is that she was the first actually spiritual woman on the planet. Okay. She was the first incarnation of a spiritual role, or we could say archetype. But the medicine woman is anthropological, psychological, and she is a lived human experience on our planet for at least 100,000 years, at least, right? And so when was the medicine woman born, would you say? What do you think? When did she show up on planet Earth, ladies? When did that girl get here? Yes. When creation began, when she began to gather with her sisters, and we now know through paleoanthropology and anthropology that the gathering women in their clan of women collected 70% of the food source, and the hunt collected 30%. So now science is looking at, can we actually call them hunter-gatherer tribes, or actually clans at first? Actually, they were gatherer-hunter, right? This is a new one for many of us, because when we were in high school, they were always called hunter-gatherers, right? So feel into that. The women collected 70% of the food source through gathering. So what was their first medicine, would you say? These women who were?
Plants.
Plants, yes. Food. And therefore, the medicine woman's first sacred act was the thanksgiving to the Great Mother. And we know now also through paleoanthropology that it was the female to make the first ceremony. Right. And when she gathered with women of all ages in a united intention and agreement they had. This was the first food sharing. So actually, science basically knows that this went on for 100 to 150,000 years before 10,000 years ago. So the last 10,000 years, there was the shift. I would love to get into this discussion of why that shift happened, but we don't have enough time. But I'm going to show you a picture of her on my share screen to see maybe an example of what she looked like. Okay. Now, first I'm going to give you the European perspective, because there are many European Americans here. All right. Are you ready? Gonna be excited to see her. I know you are. Okay. All right. Don't be impatient, my computer says. There she is. So if you look at this one, this was found in Germany, in East Germany. Yeah, right? Look at her. Look at our sister Haley's mouth. And she's 9,000 to 8,500-year-old find, female shaman, archaeological find, Bad Duenberg, Germany. And this was actually, even in the last 10 years, more and more known. She was actually found in 1923. Right. Look at her equipment. This was all of the equipment that was found in an almost perfectly preserved burial site. This is your European ancestor. And she comes directly from the line of ancestors of the women. Wow. Powerful, right? Now I'm going to show you something else. We're going to go back to screen share. Wants to open. Oh, there we are. She wanted to be there too. That's interesting. They wanted to be together. Huh. Find that fascinating. All right. So now you're going to see this. Huh. Okay. Have a look at that. Now look at that similarities, ladies. What does that tell you?
We're so connected.
Mm-hmm. Look at also the spiritual equipment. You will also see this with Mongolian female shamans from Mongolia. Now, I'm going to say something kind of silly right now. What I'm going to say is, do you think they called each other on the telephone and said, I'm going to wear the, the visor so I can develop my third eyesight. Are you going to wear it today too? I'm sorry for being silly. I do this to reach a point, and the point is that it comes from the direction and the wisdom of nature, from our species, the development of our species, right? This is in North America. To the right, this is a Native American shaman, female, painted by a very good friend of mine, Lainey Bluebird in California. This is a grave equipment from 9,000 years ago. Does anything come up for you when you see that? Are there any, can you share that? Would love to hear.
For me?
Yeah, any of you.
I have been blessed to be given natural shamanistic abilities. I've yet to study under shaman, but I know it's in me. And when I see those photos, I get overwhelmed with emotion because it feels so lost in my lineage. And I'm like, where are the women who are doing the practices and using the food as medicine and celebrating their wombs and each other and coming together? It felt I feel the women in me just longing to have that be brought back and be taught, not only to whom I am with in my family now, but after. Like, please bring that back. We need it. It's been the glue that we need to have our family be healthy and together and with each other, not against each other. And I just feel so alone sometimes of why aren't the other women who I'm with, seeing this and like taken aback by it and wanting to embody that. I just, yeah. And it makes me sad, but it also makes me determined to have that be my truth and how I live, and just do my best to be that example and hopefully inspire and plant seeds.
That's it. Blessings. That's it. Oh, I love that. Because if any of us go far enough back, if you go from your mother's line all the way back, or from your father's line all the way back, you will find a medicine woman. It doesn't matter what culture you're from, where in the planet. If you go far enough back, she's going to be sitting there in her adobe, her cave, her outside nature place, waiting for you to show up. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you 2,000 years. For sure. Because it is our female birthright, actually. So if I was to go on to share with you now, I want to stay right in this investigation mode. The spiritual roles that came out of this medicine women are as such, and I've mentioned it slightly before, but let's just dive in there a bit more. The seer, the oracle. As we know, the oracles of Delphi were extremely important in Greece for a very long time. The shaman, the priestess, and the nature witch, right? So all of these archetypes were born out of the medicine woman, who was born out of at least 100 to 150,000 years of collecting plants and herbs. So she is the primal keeper of the medicine. And she is the one to go to when you really want to be connected in. So let me show you one other thing before we move on into a little circle to share this with you. This feels like grace. Oui, Anne. Okay. Yeah. There's a grandmother speaking.
I love that you do that because I have that happen too.
Yes, I think it's very natural and organic for us to be this way. And at some point, I'm going to open for questions. Okay. So here we have, let me see if I know, is okay. Something that I've created. You all know this anthropomorphic figurine, right? You all know the Venuses that have been found all over the world. This one particularly is the Venus of Willendorf, which was discovered in Austria in the early 1930s or something. Now there was a new one that was found. I don't have a picture of her right now, but it was found in Southwest Germany in 2009. Have you heard about her? Ladies, if you've heard, go like this. Have you not heard about the new find in 2000? That's relatively new for science, right? Well, she is actually one of the oldest. She's very similar to this. She was made out of ivory mammoth. Oh, sorry, it's a German word. Just I can't think of the English word right now. A mammoth, the really big elephants with the fur on them. What are they called? Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, the ivory from those ones. It's in German, they have a different word for it, and I can't remember the English word right now. It's so funny. And she was 32,000 to 40,000 years old, this one that they found here in 2009. Okay. So here's what I wanted to share with you all. This comes from a book of a mentor of mine and many other books that are now beginning, because anthropology and archaeology are now reinterpreting finds with also cultural science and historical sciences, or cultural historians, I should say, to reinterpret, because now we have a broader perspective, and it's not, excuse me, in all due respect, so much from the male perspective. Okay, so here we are. The primordial or the original freedom, independence, autonomy, responsibility of women sexually as well as economically was given by nature. So women always had choice of sexuality. In the Paleolithic time, women had independence both sexually and economically. Okay. And also women were the first spiritual leader, or had ceremonial responsibilities for the Thanksgiving of the Sacred Mother, in which I mentioned before. Okay. And this is the 40% of the food source. The other two I won't go on with because it will take us directly into another bigger conversation. And those two are quite bombshells for our present society. So I'll leave those two out for now. All right. So how does it feel to hear that women were the first to make ceremony on our planet, which was the Thanksgiving to the Great Mother, or the Thanksgiving to the life-giving force? Does that make sense to you? How does that ring here and here? One of our sister, Karen, I love you, she goes, of course they were. Okay. So we're feeling into that. And we're also feeling into that women collected 70% of the food source, therein giving them economic and sexual autonomy and independence. Well, that's a new narrative, isn't it, ladies? Okay. So in a few moments, we're going to have a little drumming to bring us to Uyane. Grandmothers are just saying hello. I would love if each one of you just say your name and where you're sitting on the planet as we begin our weave, because that's what medicine women do. We weave the threads of reality with our big hearts, right? The spirit weaving.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Move on. So in my mind, being of African diaspora, my first thought was that's the cradle of civilization. And if you go back to Ethiopia and 3 million years ago, the first woman's bones were found there. So I'm really curious about the medicine woman origin from that perspective, as that being the cradle.
It's the same. This is, you know, global. This is global realization. Only she was older, of course. And I need to find one also. I need to find an African one also to put up
yes,
there.
Please do.
I will, sister.
Thank you.
I love and adore my African roots. So yes, I will do that. So she is like the modern day Sangoma, you know, in Africa, who I've met so many wonderful Sangomas in South Africa. Incredible. Their intuition and their guidance is just beyond. And so, of course, you would have examples of this that are much older, right? And when we begin to realize that that we were living in direct accordance with nature's laws, the laws of nature, and developing our intuition therein. So this would be universal throughout our whole planet, you know. And of course, in Africa, you would have very old archetypal energies of the Great Mother. And we have a lot of science to corroborate that also. And then it moved throughout the planet. Yeah. And that's what I love so much. When I fuse the spirituality with anthropology, we see that we become universal beings with different characters and traits that we developed, right? That nature was always our first guidance, right? We gathered different herbs or maybe different roots, right? But we were guided in the same way to them. Right? So I thank you for asking me this question. And I'm going to make a point of your wonderful soul to get my African sister up on my share screen also. I usually think I'm enough because I'm standing here. I'm like, I'm here, so like you, sis. Okay. Oh, yeah. So in recognizing that this primal force of nature, like if we feel the realization that when a blade of grass comes out through the earth, the force of power it takes for that blade of grass to push itself up is incredible. When I first read about it, I was like, what? And that primal force is also like the force of birth, the blooming of spring. The intelligence is so beyond that I think sometimes that we cannot recognize it because it's so magnificent in every way, as are we. As are we. And as women, we have a even deeper connection to that force because we are womb. We carry womb. The womb And Mother Earth herself is like a living womb, isn't she? She's just giving birth everywhere. And I love it so much. Okay, my darling. So we're going to sing a song after you all. Please say your name, where you're sitting on this planet, and then tell us one word where you're at now. Uyane. Thank you. So we'll do it like popcorn, and this, when you feel inspired, let us hear from you. Sister, welcome. Oh, we're all here.
Sweetheart, thank you so much. We're enjoying your full-on transmission in such the most epic way within our hearts. It's just perfect medicine to go into our kitchen stew, our kitchen witchery. And my name is Grail, and I am presently on the land of Florida, which is mostly, the area that I'm in. I'm really, honestly, I'm not sure of the original tribes here, but I know that the ancestors are strong here, and especially the life force of vegetation here is so profound. So I'm feeling really abundant. I'm feeling really grateful. And I'm feeling very attuned to the grandmothers, especially as they like pop through you in the most perfect timing each time that
it's true.
I hear, like, it's like a blast to my heart. I have a heartgasm every time I hear a grandmother come through you. So I'm feeling really incredibly grateful, and thank you, beautiful sisters, those sisters that I know who are on right now, like Marstone. I haven't seen you in ages, and anybody else out there who has resonated with me before. I'm bowing deep. Thank you for this opportunity to gather.
Thank you, Grail. Ahe, ashe. Blessings.
I'll go. My name is Marston. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. And I did a goddess pilgrimage and traveled across the country, and worked with Grail out there and volunteered there. And this is Cherokee land here.
Woyate.
And I've been studying and loving and sculpting the goddess in many forms. And you can't see it. It's a goddess butterfly.
Oh yeah, I see the butterfly, sister. Woo.
And I'm happy to be here. And my mother should be arriving. I haven't seen her for a couple of years, so I'm excited.
Wow, we're going to set up some beautiful vibes for her arrival, sister. Thank you. Hey. So I'm part Cherokee, so thank you for being here, sister. Uyane. Uy. Uy. Okay, let's go on, sisters. You want to get everything in today?
Hi, I'm Noelle, coming to you from Mount Shasta, California, the root chakra of our planet, land of the Karuk. And I'm feeling extremely blessed to be a part of this group today, to learn all about our plant medicine, as I've been hiking barefoot a lot lately. Whenever the weather is nice and warm, I try to get my feet into the soil and connect with Mother Earth. And I'm just feeling extremely grateful to all of you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you. Aho.
Ahe, ashe, blessings. We.
Hello, ladies. I'm coming from Bend, Oregon, the land of the Wasco and the Paiute. And my name is Karina. Some of you may know me as Cienega. I go by both. And my word for this moment is gratitude and inspiration. So grateful to be here with you all.
Name is Cardam. I'm in Oakland, California,
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
land, and the land of my ancestors. And my word is transformation for this year, for myself. And I also believe global transformation. So that's the spirit and the energy that I'm cultivating. Ashe.
Received, heard, thank you. I am Radiance. I am in the land of the Winnebago, Potawatomi, Miami, and Shawnee. And I am in the city of Three Rivers, which is also known as Fort Wayne, Indiana. But I appreciate the name for Three Rivers far better. Also want to recognize the Sauk tribe here. And my word is rewilding. So thank you, Mira. I really, that's quenching to me. It quenches thirst to me, the rewilding part of these lineage and the reworking and the reframing of how to interpret what came before us as it's as our vice president is in office. I love this. Thank you.
Ahe, ashe. Oi. You know, it's my feeling. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, now you're back with us.
I'm back?
Yes.
Oh, God, I thought, I went out for a minute. Okay. I hope that it doesn't happen again. All right. So let's have a little song, shall we?
Can I just say hello really quick?
Please tell me if you can't hear me or something.
I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Um,
It's gonna sing this song.
oh, I didn't do my introduction.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, I'll be. It's all good.
No, be as you will. Be as you will, my darling.
Thank you. Haley Hickman here in her homeland of Casper, Wyoming. My roots, grew up in California, recently moved back in September, escaped the structure fire, lost all my belongings. I'm definitely here for purification and rebirth. And I have been asked to remember who I really am and why I'm really here. And so my word is rebirth. And I'm so grateful to be part of this group. So thank you.
Ashe, hey. Wait. Oh, yeah. Grandmothers want to come through and give you a blessing. If they get started, we might be here for half an hour. So we'll just leave them to come through in the weave, because they have their own rules, and when they come, I gotta listen to their rules. Where's my stick? Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna have a little song to sing together before we go on. And this song actually is from another spirit place that Grail and I are connected to both. That's Glastonbury, England.
And I want you to take this song with you on your journey. Take this song with you and sing it in your groups and during the day. I feel like this is what we need the most right now on our planet. And that is grounding, being connected to the earth. It's called Into the Earth. It's very simple. It's just into the earth, I go. Into the earth, I know. Into the earth, I go. Into the earth, I know. Hold my hand, sisters, hold my hand. Hold my hand, brothers, hold my hand. We're going to sing it 4 times, 1 for each direction. Can you hear the drum? Yeah? Okay. Into the earth I go. Into the earth I know. Into the earth I go. Into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sister. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, brothers. Hold my hands. That's it. Into the earth I go. Into the earth I know. Into the earth I go. Yup. Into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sisters. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, brothers. Hold my hand. Here we go. Into the earth I go. Into the earth I know. That's it. Into the earth I go. Into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sisters. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, brothers. Hold my hand. Last one. Into the earth I go. Yup. Into the earth I know. Into the earth I go. Into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sisters. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, brothers. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, my hand. Hold my hand, my hand. Hold my hand, my hand. Hold my hand. We're sending out that vibration right here and now, that vibrational prayer for all of our lives. For all of our lives who sit in this circle of light here and now. Sending best blessings to our lives. Deep gratitude. Gratitude for our bodies. Gratitude for our families. Gratitude for our earth. Oh yeah. Powerful sisters here. Whee!
Okay. Let's go on. But the mother always says to me, if I hit a curb or hit a sharp corner and I got to roll down the hill or something like that, I hit a mean process, the inner child kicks my butt or whatever's happening in that moment. Mother says, go further. Just go further. There's the wisdom. So this, wait, that's some. I'm also thinking of all the other sisters in the other rooms must be doing some powerful work, right? With this big circle of light happening. Bless all of our sisters in all the other rooms and all the other. We're lighting it up, because our planet needs this vibration. Really, really. This is how we're raising the vibration on planet Earth. So we're all in service right here and now. We're in service to raising the vibration. And thank you so much for showing up. I have to say, thank you, big spirits, for getting your human here. Thank you for having your human show up here today. That's a blessing. Okay, so as we said, the primal force, and as we said, 100,000 years, and here's the new piece that's coming to your ears right now. So this new narrative is an ancient discipline, because that's what it turned into, from survival into discipline, right? And it's weaved into a feeling, intellectual understanding. It's weaved into a feeling, intellectual understanding of value and practical application. That's the medicine woman. That's the contemporary medicine woman. Of what the spiritual resonance is, blessings, Noel, and how it works with the practitioner. Oh. And so her tools, these are her top 5 tools to you now. You can write these down. Something like tools wisdom, all right? Number 1 is to practice the female solidarity, because that is our natural state. That our species lived, whatever continent, wherever on this planet, for at least 100,000 years. This is the basis of how we first began to live in accordance with nature. We gathered. And in the gathering, we did it in our female solidarity of all ages with a united intention and agreement. We could not have survived without each other. And more so, it created what? Ladies, what did it create? Besides a good time.
Foundation for humanity.
Exactly. Give it up. Ooh, 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 ooh. Full on, absolutely, foundation for humanity, because it is the nurturing aspect that's weaved into our very sinews, that's weaved into our very existence. The second part is our female lineages, our female spiritual lineages. She exists. It's in your ancestor lines. I'm a healer and I do ancestor work a lot. And I have been on so many spirit journeys and found people's female ancestors, spiritual ancestors. I have literally been sobbing as I'm watching them because I'm so blown away. And even one time I showed up in Turkey with one of the sisters. We ended up in Turkey in a journey, and there was her female ancestor sitting in a hut, right? Like in a more like an adobe like one. And when we came through these dimensions of time and we went in this place, she was sitting there by a fire, and she then, you know how like if you're on stage and someone says you break the fourth wall, you know, because the audience, she literally broke the fourth wall. I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen anything like it before. And she looked at us and she said, "I've been waiting." I was like, whoa, the energy almost threw me across the room. I was like, oh. She had full consciousness. She knew, this was what made me cry also. She knew that her medicine wouldn't go on to her daughter and her granddaughter and her great-granddaughter, that it would take a very long time for her medicine to be received, right? Because when an ancestor reaches a level of wisdom, a level of mastery in a way, or connection, maybe she's an energy keeper, maybe she's a forest keeper, she has a knowledge that's embedded in her DNA and her cells. And information continues. It's energy. So energy is never destroyed, it's only transferred. So she waited to transfer that until that medicine sister came through that wall. And it happened. And she almost passed out. The sister was like on the ground going, "I'm a fish." Well, you know, it was very beautiful. It was very intense for a few moments. So that is what your lineage means. And what it gives you are just tools, because it gives you the feeling, knowing in the micro moment, it is kept there in the field. All of this stuff, sorry, can't contain it. That doesn't contain the magic. It can lead you to it. It can give you some good ideas at how to access it, but it's there. And it will always be there. So they're your female spiritual lineages. Okay. Becoming an undomesticated human. So mother is asking us to get undomesticated. And we're all domesticated on some levels, right? It starts with really our inner work, starts with our inner child work, starts with following our impulse. And it's rather similar to decolonizing ourselves. These two run together also. And we've all been colonized also. If you know your history, you know that. You know that. Unless your people were way up on a mountaintop or way off on an island somewhere and didn't get touched by the rest of the world, then you're still a wild human. And wild doesn't mean savage, does it? It means free. I mean, I see domesticated humans are much more savage than. Sorry, I'm gonna get political one up in the house. Okay, and number 4 is through perceiving and giving value. This is very important, this value thing for the female spiritual being. Revaluing it in our society now. Right. To the infinite intelligence and spiritual presence of the life-giving force, as we always have done. Birth was a sacred act for thousands of years. And it still is. It still is. But it's treated sometimes as it is a medical dysfunction. We know it is sacred. So we're going to do something, a little special something right now for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to open it up for Q&A. So you can ask me any questions you want. Okay. So you're going to put your right hand on your heart. And then, I'm already starting to sweat and I didn't do anything yet. Because I know this beautiful life. Okay. And turn your head towards your left and put your left hand out like it's receiving. Okay. Just lightly, like gently. And now look back and just breathe. We're calling you. We're calling you. We're calling you, ancestor of spirit, female ancestor of the medicine. We ask you, with love from our hearts, with humility and respect, to come forth in our dreams, in our gardens, in nature. Please let us hear your voice. And let us make contact again, that we can repair if and when necessary, our female lines of wisdom. We call back this power here and now to our being, and this knowing, and this vibration. We thank you. We love you. Ahe, Ashe. And please bring this left hand up. It may feel quite resonant, may even feel heavy. And bring it slowly to your heart. Oh yeah. Yes, slowly to your heart. There you go. Maybe you're already having communication, that left hand. If so, leave it there for a minute. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. Medicine woman, the original primordial woman of ceremony, of life-sustaining female solidarity. Thank you for walking with us, guiding and supporting our journey. Feeling that deep vibration behind her, which is the Mother Earth. When this is connecting you more to her, to our planet, to that wild wisdom, earth magic. Thank you. I would like you all to, in the next couple of days and today, just pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your dreams, your waking dream and your sleeping dream, and watch for signs. You have called her. She will come in some way. Oh, yeah. She will come. And when she's coming, you work with her. Don't let her boss you around too much. Hey, girl, get up. Go out in the garden, girl. dig up those roots. Come on.
After making the candles, I just made a huge vegetable soup to feed all of you. That's like, we have the community etheric cauldron of soup on the stove right now, just nourishing all of you.
Oh, thank you, sister. Woo, can you feel that? Can you feel that? She just did the, how amazing. This sister was being, with her crafts in the medicine way. Yeah. With her mother, the multi-generational way of the medicine woman, and in her home, also the medicine woman way. So when I run the medicine woman trainings, it's in my home. It has to be. It's my spirit places where all my ancestors are, where all the spirits are, where the medicine wheels are, where all the trees I know are, and so on and so forth, right? And then she made us some soup, which is a medicine woman way. Whoa, give it up. Our other sister, Marston, she has her crafts there. It's a medicine woman way, working with the hands. So and I see my sister Kardum. She's got her candles. Look at that. My sister Kardum she's in her hammock, which is a medicine woman way too, right? And she's got some wood behind her, some trees behind her. I love it. So beautiful. You were all ready.
I've got my black kitties.
I saw your cat. So you're the nature witch. So if you were like to respond spontaneously, which role of the medicine woman is calling to you? Is it the medicine woman pure? Maybe it's the priestess. Maybe it's the oracle. Maybe it's the seer. Maybe it's the nature witch. What's your impulse tell you?
Shaman.
What did you say, Haley?
Shaman.
The shaman. I forgot the shaman.
I've been blessed with the ability to be an oracle and a seer as well, but shaman is just that driving force, that passion, that healer, the fire.
Okay.
I have it. I have the medicine inside me of the shaman.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Blessings.
Thank you.
Shaman path is an intense path,
So,
right? I've been on it for some years, and I tell you, it will certainly wake you up.
Shamaning shamaning the hell out of myself. Dark soul journeys and all that. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, that is beautiful. You're brave. You have power, sister. Power and courage. What about some of you? Give me a shout out for your feeling, for your impulse. We have just a few minutes left.
I am a dedicated priestess of the goddess. I am midwife of the veils. I, as priestess, attend childbirth, lead ceremonies in sacred blood.
Oh, yeah.
I facilitate training in sacred sexuality.
Nice.
I marry people. I give parenting coaching. I assist in conscious divorce.
Beautiful, sister. Thank you. Wow, you're. Karina keeps. I'm sorry, sister. Karina keeps getting kicked out, and she's coming back in.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, blessings. Wow, thank you so much. Did you hear that, you all? So she's the priestess way, right?
Yeah.
So
and a few more where I also work, of course, with sovereignty, death.
Oh, that's rebirth. It. Oh, blessings. Thank you so much. So we just have 2 minutes left. So please shout out your impulses of where you think the medicine woman is guiding you.
I relocated myself to my art corner. I don't know. I am a Capricorn, so I always say I'm of the earth. I love the soil. But I also use my goddess energy for creation, for art. And so acknowledging also that I'm so grateful that you brought in that invocation of the I'll call it Goddess Mother, because my mother, I realize, was a medicine woman, and I didn't realize that until your invocation. Just the way that she raised me. She was a yoga teacher for 45 years before she made her transition, and one of the first African-American ones in the Bay Area. And she was always about community and health. And so growing sprouts in our refrigerator, she and my dad made their own yoga, and just really
She's by you,
the
sister.
importance of a mind-body connection, and gave me a mantra in an ashram at the age of 5, and just so she very much was that energy, and I didn't realize it until you had us do that prayer. So thank you.
Wow, what a gift. Looks like your spirit, your intelligent spirit brought you to the right place at the right time. So many blessings. Thanks so much for sharing that. I feel like, look at your vibration right now. Your whole face is like, oh, she's by you also, darling. Okay, now we need a shout off. I know Alexandra's going to be jumping on here. Alexandra is going to be jumping on here any minute. So I think, so please give me your impulses. Those grandmothers are really trying to get in here, aren't they? I really want to have a session with us. Bless them. I have to say, tell them to hang back there. Okay, Marston.
My mother is actually here, so I'm gonna go down and greet her. And I've been just crafting my home and the goddess into being in clay, and I make singing bowls from clay, and I'm kind of an action-oriented way. And
yes, putting that vibration into. Thank you so much. Bless you. Bless that your mom's there with you. I would love to see my mommy right now. She's not in the same country as I am. So honor the mamas and embrace the mamas and spend the time you can while you've got them here with you. Blessings. Thank you so much, sister.
Thank you.
Have so much fun with mama.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Okay, so we want to hear from these two sisters, Noelle and Karina and Haley. No, Haley said shaman. Radiance, if you want to chip in. So Noelle, Karina, and Radiance, let's go.
I'm feeling called nature witch. When I'm in nature, I just, when I'm out hiking, looking at the plants, identifying with each purpose that they offer. And, but I'm feeling called to learn more about all the other roles as well. So if anyone has any books or workshops or any kind of material that you know of where I could gather more information, please feel free to share in the chat.
Will do. I put the Sacred Female Rising website in there, and soon will be announced the two upcoming online works that I will be doing, which is an extension of the Medicine Woman training, but online. So many sisters have asked me, but and yeah, you can have a look there to start. Blessings, sister. So Karina. Can hear you.
There we go. Okay. You hear me okay now?
We hear you. We got you, love. We've got like 1 minute, right? Radiance is on Alexandra coming in?
I'm not positive. I think the next time, I know that we're supposed to be transitioning rooms.
Okay,
so,
yeah. Okay, good. So we got a few little minutes there. Okay, great.
Yes, Karina, you were on mute, love. So can you please unmute yourself, and then we'd love to hear you.
Okay, here we go. I'll keep it really quick. Just want to say thank you so much. Really, really feel the embrace of the mother and the goddesses through this work and the ancestors. And it just feels like a very profound gathering and space that we've been in and sharing. my impulses are stepping into more of a medicine woman outwardly in the world and sharing my gifts. There's a book that's coming through me that I'm working on right now, and just so inspired by all of you and the shares today, and thank you. Aho.
Ahe, ashe, blessings. Woo-hoo, bring the medicine woman back. Oh, I could give you all so many books and writings and things. Maybe I'm going to make a special page on the website. There's so much exciting. Okay, anyways, Radiance.
Thank you.
There is your impulse,
So many
darling.
tears. I'm just placing them through here. So many tears. To
Holy
receive.
tears.
Thank you so much for that. I really resonate with nature witch and caregiver. So deeply caring. Thank you. And my hand was like extensively weighted.
Right?
So
I felt some of you. I really felt.
I'm really grateful that you said bring it in slowly, because I was like, that's a lot. Let me just bring it all in. So thank you.
You probably have a lot of good witches, back there. And they're waiting for us. They really want to give the gift, that wisdom and that light and that love to us to bring forward. That's why they live this life. Yeah. So thank you all so much. It's been such a blessing. It was powerful. The circle started making me sweat. So much power was coming through this room. I have a new book coming out. It's called, where is it? It's called Sacredize Your Life. That'll be coming out in a few months. So have a look for that, and feel free to jump on the website as more and more information is coming through. Hope to see you all again soon, and enjoy Goddess Fest. Thank you. Thank you. Shine. Let's shine up the world, ladies. Ooh, let's shine up the world.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. Blessed be. Ashe, ahe. Yeah, my loves. And Cardum, that she's the first one to go off. I was going to tell her that my auntie lives in Berkeley and she lives in Oakland. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll see her at some point. Blessings, sisters.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Oh, come to the BIPOC. Tomorrow we have the BIPOC panel, right? I'm going to be on there with Alexander Love, so hope to see you there. Okay, thank you. So, and Grail, if I'm ever in Ashland, I'm coming to see you.
Absolutely. I would so adore, and you are completely welcome at my temple to present, to visit, to rest, to receive, however, whatever. If you want to take a look at it online, sweetheart, it's goddesstempleashland.com.
Okay.
And so it gives the description of everything that's happening there. It's quite, there's a lot on the site because we've been open for 10 years.
Right.
So there's quite a bit there, but yeah.
Thank you so much for this service, so that you bring back the goddess energy on the planet.
Totally inspired by my experiences in Glastonbury.
Yes.
And yeah, just
absolutely
really loving all those ladies over there. And
I love them.
Go listen to some of Eloise's music right now.
Yes, I can't wait to talk to her soon.
Yes.
We have a sister in Glastonbury that we both know, very, very good friends with, an Eloise Pilkington.
Yes.
I have to say it with my British accent.
Yes.
And I first met her in Glastonbury at the small temple before they got the goddess hall. Right. And she's an amazing sacred singer, Haley. So if you ever feel like hearing that, just go online and put Eloise, H-E-L-O. Can you write it in the chat?
Sure.
Darling?
Yes.
It's amazing. She has a little girl now.
Gorgeous.
A gorgeous little thing.
Oh, does she dress her so impeccably or what?
She says she's a right little fireball. She marches about.
Yeah, just like your mama.
Your mama, right? Eloise is like, I don't know who she gets it from. I'm like,
Are you kidding? Right?
I just
Yeah.
want to be sure to thank you for helping me to switch my attitude and my viewpoint from anger and frustration and a sense of lostness to please help me. How can I hear from you? I'm here to work with you. So please just let's connect. Let the power
Yes.
come through me. I needed that flip. So thank
Oh,
you.
blessings. Oh, bless,
Yeah.
bless, bless. And, you know, darling, come on. I'm doing some quite magical, very impromptu, relaxed, powerful new and full moon works.
Mm,
And I
Yeah.
just have a very low fee for them
Okay.
because I'm just doing them very spontaneously. So if you look on my Instagram, that's where I mainly post them. And sometimes on the websites, you have the website now, right?
Mhm.
And then you can get into this wonderful vibration. And we're making ceremony and some shaman skills. And I think it'd be really great for you to get some more specific tools for you to guide your shaman way and power.
Thank you. Yes. And
Yes.
to just let them come through me instead of feeling like I have no help and I'm all alone and feeling
Exactly.
that needs to be washed away and just let myself hear them and feel them and
Exactly.
be
Step by
them.
step. Yes. One at a
Yeah.
time. Really make a nice solid relationship with one of your guides so that you really feel them and you can feel the guidance. And once
Mhm.
that relationship or an ancestor gets really established, then your body mind feels safe to allow more. Right. So our body mind and our grounding won't allow more unless we really get a nice relationship with one that trusts, that deep inner trust. And then it starts to open up, as I'm sure that you are on the way to doing or already doing. Reinforce that. Your beauty. Oh, you give us hope. This young, beautiful woman on her way and trusting. Oh, I love you.
Thank you, Haley. We need you, sister.
Yeah, you're needed.
Important.
Definitely.
Honestly, until the fire happened in September, I had such a disdain for being here on Earth, and I fought my life and my family a lot, and so I'm having a reacceptance of being here and having a human experience, and just remembering that my soul chose this. So how can I find the beauty in it and embrace it? So thank you.
Blessings.
Haley, as a medicine woman, as a nature witch, as a priestess, we get initiated by the elements. You have been initiated by fire.
That's
So,
it.
right? So this is big medicine for you
Big
to
medicine.
in the midst of. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, this is this is the walk.
This is
So,
the walk.
yeah, we are here supporting you as me and this beautiful MiraMichelle have walked, many revolutions around the sun. And we are here to let you know that you shall not only survive, but you shall thrive through every initiation in and through the elements. And that is part of the path because you must complete the entire circle with your mastery. And as you grow in your the way you're going to guide as we are guiding and as we are students to you as well as we're all on this great spiral together, but thank you. You're already recognizing the jewel. And
yes.
to come and open up to be with Chief Best today and to be magnetized to this amazing sister, MiraMichelle. Just that you listen to your soul song and you knew to step into her class, that means that she is authentic. She is the real deal. I work with a lot of people and I stayed on because I am in full honor, full recognition, full acknowledgement that she is a clear channel. Yeah. And for you to have been listen, to stay on, you are on the right path. You are there, sister.
Oh,
keep up.
Those are holy words. Thank you so much. I have goosebumps. Thank you for all that love. And thank you, Haley, for all the love you've brought and for the mother that comes through us to bless us all so much. Deeply touched. And thank you, Michaela, Sydney, and all of you wonders, wonder women. We love you.
Gotta bless Debbie on the tech. Right?
Blessings. Okay, I'm gonna go and sit with the grandmothers now because I can't hold them back. Radiance, your radiance. Thank you, honey. I think she's gone. Okay. Oh, there she is. Thank you, honey. See you later. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, my darlings.